Welcome to another video. This is video 4 for Broken But Still Here. I'm reading the introduction of Genesis from my Rainbow Study Bible. It starts out, it says the author is Moses. Date written between 1450 and 1400 BC. Time span, chapters 1 through 11 record the first years of man's history from the creation of the Tower of Babel. Chapters 12 through 50 cover about 300 years centering around the lives of four men, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Genesis spans more than the other 65 books of the Bible combined. Whoa. Title. The word Genesis means beginning or origin. Bathsheba. I don't know. The first word in the Hebrew text means the beginning. Background. Genesis is the first of the 5 books of Moses called the Pentateuch. Pentateuch. Genesis deals with the history of the human race dwelling in the land of Eden to Ur in the first 11 chapters, and from Canaan to Egypt in the remaining 39 chapters. This first book forms the basis for all further revelations about God and his plan for man. Were written, the general belief is that Moses received the revelation while on Mount Sinai in the wilderness. To whom Genesis is written for the benefit of the Israelites, but the message contained herein are timeless, as the promises of God made to the patriarchs are made known, and the foundation is set for the revelation of God's love for the redemption of mankind through Jesus Christ. Content. God uses his word to speak all creation into being. This creation is perfect until man sins by listening to Satan instead of trusting God and obeying his plan. This sin of Adam and Eve result in spiritual death and eventually leads to filling the world with hate, violence, and disobedience. Finally, sin prevails until God uses a flood to destroy mankind, except righteous Noah and his family. Even after this sin sweeps the land and the people build the huge Tower of Babylon in defiance of God, God never stops loving man. However, and the last 39 chapters of Genesis reveal how God, through the family of Abraham, directs history to establish the early stages of his plan to save the people and mend their fellowship with him. The book closes with God's chosen people in Egypt. Keywords: beginning, man, covenant. Genesis accounts for the beginning of the heaven and earth, plant and animal life, man and woman, sin and civilization, and God's work of redemption. God's eternal plan for salvation for mankind is revealed through the covenant he established with Abraham. Themes: God creates man in his own image for fellowship with him. Man is created with a body, a soul, a spirit, and a free will to make decisions for or against God. Though we sin, God will not give up on us or abandon us. In spite of our failures, God loves us and sees our value and worth. The Lord has a plan for every life, and it includes salvation and total obedience to his word. God has the love and power to protect and provide for us as we place our faith in him. Okay, and the outline reads, number 1, the story of creation. It starts in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 through chapter 2 and 25. Number 2, the beginning of sin and death is Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 through chapter 5, verse 32. Number 3, the story of Noah. It is found in Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 and chapter 10, verse 32. So chapter 6, verse 1 through chapter 10, verse 32. Number 4, the Tower of Babylon is Genesis chapter 11, 1 through 9. Number 5, the life of Abraham is found in Genesis chapter 11, verse 10 through chapter 25, verse 18. The life of Isaac is found in Genesis chapter 25, verse 19 through chapter 26, verse 35. The life of Jacob, Genesis chapter 27, verses 1 through 36. No, Genesis chapter 27, verse 1 through chapter 36, verse 43. And the life of Joseph is found in Genesis chapter 37, verses 1 through chapter 50, verse 26. Okay, so that is the first page, the introduction of Genesis. I hope you enjoyed it. I really don't know what my recording is going to be from day to day. It's pretty much wherever the Spirit leads me, or if I grab the Bible and flip through, that's pretty much what it is. So I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed day.